Good afternoon and welcome to Chewing the Fat with Steve. Today I'm going to talk about that subject that terrifies almost any old white guy you can think of. And we don't want to talk about it, and that's race. It's terrified me all my life because I've never known how to talk with people about it. I've never known if I was going to be awkward, if I was going to be insensitive, or if I was going to say the wrong thing. And then the incidents happened. The incidents have always happened, but they happened one after another in the month of May. We had the George Floyd murder. We had the Amy and Christian Cooper incident in Central Park where Amy was walking her dog and Christian Cooper, who happened to be there, they're not related, and he happened to be there bird watching, saw her walking the dog without a leash. He called her on it because it's against the law, and she threatened to call the police and report an African-American man threatening her life. In addition to that, Ahmaud Arbery, a young African-American man, was just minding his own business jogging, and he got hunted down by vigilantes and murdered. Those incidents were a tipping point for me. And what the Ahmaud Arbery and the George Floyd incident had in common is no charges were filed right away. The authorities were pressured into filing charges after the videos went public. And that was unacceptable because there was probable cause right off the bat in both of those issues that those homicides were not justifiable. So the charges were filed, but the conversation began. And it wasn't only a tipping point for me, it was a tipping point for a lot of people. But before I could talk about it on Facebook, before I felt comfortable talking about it on Facebook, I felt I needed to educate myself. And I educated myself by doing a lot of reading, books, articles, and I made a lot of phone calls. In fact, those phone calls led to a partner and I collaborating on a panel discussion where all of us learned more. What did we learn? I spoke with a woman who was a marathon runner. She's not a marathon runner anymore. She gets her workouts by walking because she doesn't want to be the black girl running through somebody's neighborhood. So over the next few weeks, I'm going to continue to talk about this. I'm going to do a post every day. Like I said, not every day is going to be about race. There's a lot of things going on in the world. There's a lot of things I like to talk about on other subjects, but I'm going to continue the conversation about race. And I'd love to get your comments. As long as the comments are respectful and they move the conversation forward, I'd love to hear from you. Whether I agree with them or not, just make them respectful and move the conversation forward. And if we continue to have this conversation, I think we can go a long ways. Because if America is going to find that shining needle of common ground in that scary haystack of race, or well, I said it wrong. If we're going to find that shining needle of common ground in that scary haystack of fear, that first one was a real Freudian slip. We have to get our house in order when it comes to race. So we'll talk again tomorrow, and I'd love to hear your thoughts on this subject. Have a great day.